Hello, everyone. In this podcast, I'm going to continue where I left off again. Sorry about that. But I just wanted to touch upon the fact that, scientists say, we're small people living in this tiny world. We're worthless animals living in this tiny earth, you know, in this tiny galaxy, this tiny solar system, within this tiny galaxy, within this tiny universe, within this tiny multiverse, and so on and so forth. Our lives are so worthless because we're so small. But you have to think things through, You don't have to be a giant, mammoth to enjoy life, God created this world exactly the way it is for a reason, you know. You don't have to be, you're not Mike Tyson. You're yourself, You're not, the Incredible Hulk. You're a human being. You may think being a human being is bad, but it's truly not. A human being isn't bad because you're a child of God. And being a child of God is enough, Being a child of God, is good as it is. You don't have to be the Incredible Hulk. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to explore the entire world. You don't have to know everything there is to know in life. You don't have to, invent all the greatest, inventions in the world. You don't have to be the most intelligent creature alive. You don't have to explore everything there is to explore in life. You don't have to build, the greatest structures there is in life. You don't have to be everything, the scientists wish you to be. People with, mutants with superpowers and all this. You're not God. You don't have to be God. You're you, and that's enough. You have friends and family around you that love you. That's enough. You have people that care about you. That's enough. You can go to many places in this world and experience so many joys in life. That's enough. Planet Earth is very large, even for you. Planet Earth is a very large place with so many places to explore, so many beautiful places all over the place, man. You can go so far and experience so many unique things in life, and everything you experience in life will each be unique. There will never be any repetitions. You can experience life in that manner, and that is enough. The world, God created the world, this tiny planet for you to explore and enjoy. You don't have to worry about any other place ever. You don't have to care. It doesn't matter that you're not, the richest person in the world. It doesn't matter that you don't have, you're not all knowing and have all the knowledge in the world. It's enough that you know yourself. It's enough that you know how to play with your little child, as it grows up. It's enough that you know how to go to the movie theaters and enjoy, if a few hours of a good movie. It's enough that you know how to drive home at, after work, or just to enjoy life. It's enough that you know who God is. It's enough that you have friends and family members. It's enough that there's so many joyful things in this life to enjoy. You don't have to have it all. What you have, what God has given you is enough. Do not think that you have to have everything in life to enjoy life. Do not think that your life is worthless just because you're not, the Incredible Hulk. You're not Mike Tyson. You're not, this person. You're not that person. What you have, what God has given you is enough. The little slice of life that you have is a lot. There's so many things to explore in your own little world. There's so many things to know about yourself. There's so many things to know about the people around you. There's so many things to know about life in general. This is enough. You don't need to, go to the escape the Milky Way and go to a whole different planet, a whole different solar system or a whole different galaxy just to experience life. What you have here on planet Earth is enough. There's so many things you can learn on planet Earth. There's almost an endless list of hobbies you can learn. There's almost an endless list of careers you can learn. You can be a programmer, and create endless video games of different types, different genres. There's so many things you can learn in this world. God has given you so many things to enjoy in life. In this tiny planet that you're in, this tiny little planet that God gave you, this little slice of life that you have is filled with so much that it's enough. You don't need to be the world. You don't need to be larger than the world to enjoy life. You don't need to be better than everything in this world to enjoy life. You don't need to be the greatest, space age aliens that can, explore the whole Milky Way and explore everything in the whole universe to enjoy life. Playing with your child at home is enough. Having fun with your girlfriend or your boyfriend is enough. Having fun with your wife is enough. Having fun with your friends, on a Saturday night is enough. Having time with your, which at church, praying to to God or praying to your deity is enough. Spending time alone, relaxing, having fun on a Saturday, noon, that's enough. Spending time alone, relaxing, enjoying life, that's enough. You don't have to be everything in this world to have value. Life itself is inherently valuable. The experience of breathing, that feeling, that rush, cool feeling that you get every time you breathe in, that's enough. That feeling of joy you get when you take a cool breath, a breath of air, and your body just feels relaxed. That's enough. The feeling that juicy feeling when you eat something extremely delicious. That feeling you get when you eat something so delicious, you just get that mind-blowing feeling like, wow, how can something be this good? That feeling is enough. You don't have to experience everything in life to enjoy a good life. You don't have to be everything in this world to be valuable. Life is valuable in and of itself. Living is valuable in and of itself. Enjoying life is valuable in and of itself. You don't have to be everything in this world. Do not let scientists delude you into thinking your life is worthless. Life is valuable. Every time you breathe, you're breathing, value. You're breathing in value. You're exhaling value. You're not a worthless human being, and nothing around you is worthless. This planet that you're in is not worthless. It's the only one you have right now, and it's extremely valuable. Enjoy it whichever way you can, because it was given to you by God to be enjoyed, to be loved, to be, revered. This world has there's infinite possibilities here on earth. You don't have to travel the entire world to experience joy in life. You don't need to conquer everything to experience joy in life. You don't need to be somebody else to experience joy in life. What you have in life right now is enough. Who you are right now is valuable enough. God loves you exactly the way you are, and so does the world. You do not have to be you don't have to be the biggest, a huge titan that controls, have the Milky Way, or control multiple universes to enjoy life. Taking a good bite out of an orange, a sweet, juicy orange, that's enough. Enjoying the little things in life is enough. God has way too many things in this world for you to enjoy. And this tiny little planet that scientists call is filled with so much joy, so much value. If you ignore the value that this world has, you will always be miserable. If you ignore all the good things in this life, in this tiny planet that they call tiny, this planet that's filled with so much, information, so much knowledge. Everything we've learned is coming, is from the base of this planet. We've learned everything in life from this tiny planet that they call tiny. This planet that they call tiny is where we learned everything we know now from, in life. So this tiny planet isn't that worthless. We've gotten to where we are today from this tiny planet. And who knows where we'll get to in the future. So do not think yourself as worthless. Do not think of Earth as worthless. Do not think of the sun or the moon as worthless. Do not think of your family members as worthless, because they all have inherent value. There's inherent value in life in and of itself. Do not let these scientists and these atheists, gaslight you into thinking you're worthless. Do not let, these scientists and atheists gaslight you into thinking your family members are worthless. That, happiness is worthless. That joy is worthless. That feeling of peace and calm that you get when there's no danger around you, that's worthless. Do not let them trick you into thinking you're a worthless human being and that life itself is worthless, because it's not. If you see things clearly, you'll realize that God created this world with value, and everything around you has value. You have value. You're the child of God, and that's enough. It's enough for all of us. As children of God, as creation of God, we have inherent value, and we will always have value. So that's it for today's episode. I'll see you guys later.